If you've ever looked around your living room at 9 p.m., toys on the floor, a half-finished spreadsheet on your laptop, the mysterious Lego piece that only appears when you step on it, and thought, what if we just didn't? What if you swapped the school run for sunrise on a beach, monthly rent for monthly stays, and the same four playgrounds for, well, the world? Here's the truth. No glossy Instagram reel will say out loud. Full-time family travel is extremely doable without a trust fund, but it runs on planning, steady income, and a willingness to laugh when the fully equipped kitchen is a kettle, a butter knife, and two plates that don't match. If you can bring your sense of humor and your work on the road, the math starts making sense. Let's build this properly, not as fantasy, but as a system you can actually live. First, income. You don't need passive income. You need portable income. That can be freelancing, writing, design, development, video editing, podcast production, marketing, bookkeeping, virtual assistants. It can be a remote job, customer success, project management, QA, product ops. It can be online teaching or tutoring. If one parent is full-time remote and the other mixes part-time freelance with kid schooling, you're in business. Seasonal work and exchanges also count. A few hours a day helping at a guest house in exchange for lodging, farm stays through platforms like Workaway or WWOOF, or short hospitality gigs in high season. None of this is glamorous on paper, but it funds real plane tickets and real dinners in places you can't spell yet. The single most powerful budget lever is slow travel. Stay 1 to 3 months in each place. Monthly rates crush nightly rates. You get routine, you get community, your kids get a favorite cafe and the confidence to order in another language, and you get a sane work schedule. Move too fast, and you'll spend your budget on transit and your patience on logistics. Numbers? Expect a comfortable mid-range family life in Southeast Asia around the low 2000s to mid-dollars per month if you cook often and choose local over touristy. Latin America can be similar or even lower outside hotspots. Southern and Eastern Europe can be moderate if you avoid capitals and chase shoulder seasons. Western Europe will inflate that quickly. You can absolutely outsmart those costs with house sitting, home exchanges, and long-stay rentals. Housing is where the magic happens. House sitting means free accommodation in exchange for feeding a cat that is secretly in charge of the household. Home exchange means an entire family home, kitchen, toys, laundry for the price of a membership. Monthly rentals mean you negotiate. Message the host, offer a number, be flexible on dates, and you'll be amazed how much non-negotiable prices suddenly negotiate. Schooling is not an obstacle, it's a palette. Worldschooling mixes homeschooling or online curricula with the living classroom outside your door. Mornings, math, reading, writing. Afternoons, markets, museums, temples, tide pools. If you want more structure, online schools and hybrid programs exist, and in many countries, a local preschool or international school is far cheaper than you expect. The goal isn't to replicate your old classroom. It's to hit core skills while raising curious, resilient humans who can read a map, order lunch, and make friends anywhere. Healthcare? Get international medical coverage that handles emergencies and evacuation, then pay out of pocket for minor care where it's affordable. Keep your documents and vaccines organized. Learn the local emergency number when you land. Many expat hubs have excellent clinics with English-speaking doctors. You'll feel better the first time you navigate a minor issue smoothly and realize it's not a big deal. Let's put all of this into an actual operating plan you can copy, edit, and live. Start with a realistic financial runway, even if it's slim. 3 months of expenses plus the cost of flights home is a good baseline. Use the last 2 months before departure to lock down your first clients or confirm your remote role. Test your remote setup at home. Headset, camera, reliable laptop, a backup hotspot, and a power bank big enough to charge a small village. Practice time blocking with kids in the mix. 2 focused work blocks per day for the primary earner, 1 block for the second parent on freelance or admin, and a shared block for schooling. Protect those blocks like they are gold, because they are. Build your travel tempo around work, not the other way around. Slow Mondays, admin, planning, grocery run. Work heavy Tuesdays and Thursdays. Field trip Wednesdays. Family Fridays. Light weekend adventure plus prep for next week. Travel day once a month, not once a week. Every move costs money, time, and energy. Make each one count. Choose destinations like a supply chain manager. You want three things: affordable, safe, logistically simple. Bonus points for World School hubs where your kids can plug into instant friends. Great starter circuits. Southeast Asia, 6 months, slow and sunny. Chiang Mai or Pai for 1 to 2 months. Da Nang, Hoi An for 1 to 2 months, and Bali for 1 to 2 months. Each stop offers family-friendly housing, great food, low costs, and simple domestic transport. Latin America, 6 months, culture and variety. Oaxaca or Mérida for 2 months, Antigua or Lake Atitlan for 2 months, then Medellin or the coffee region for 2 months. Spanish practice, beautiful towns, outdoor life, day trips that feel like field trips with empanadas. Southern Europe, shoulder seasons only. Algarve or Alentejo for 1 to 2 months, a Greek island or small Peloponnese town for 1 to 2 months, then a Croatian coastal town or inland Slovenia for 1 to 2 months. Spring and fall give you weather without the summer stampede. If you want to get nerdy with budgeting, split it into buckets: housing 35 to 45%, food 20 to 30%, cooking mostly, sampling locally often, transport 10 to 15%, trains, buses, occasional flights, health or insurance 5 to 10%, learning 5 to 10%, online programs, museums, classes, fun 5 to 10%, treats, tours, surf lessons. Track the first 3 months religiously. After that, you'll know your family's rhythm. How do you actually find good housing? For house sitting, build a credible profile, collect references at home first, watch a neighbor's pets for a weekend, and apply early to sits that fit families. For home exchange, fill your profile with detailed, helpful photos and write the kind of listing you'd want to read. Clear rules, what's nearby, how kid-friendly the space is. For monthly rentals, search beyond the big platforms, local Facebook groups, expat forums, even community boards at cafes. Always ask for a discount on stays over 28 days. Many hosts budget for it and appreciate hassle-free occupancy. Schooling logistics are easier if you decide your baseline. Are you year-round homeschoolers with a few online classes for structure? Are you enrolled in a fully online school that sets the schedule? Or are you hybrid? One parent teaching core subjects in the morning, afternoons in a local preschool, and a weekly group class like capoeira or ceramics. Pick a spine and improvise on top. Learning is sticky when it's connected to where you are. Fractions while baking pastel de nata, history in the ruins of a Roman road. Biology when your 8-year-old becomes obsessed with hermit crabs and you spend a week building a crab lab out of Work with kids is a systems game, not a stamina contest. Noise-canceling headphones, a do not disturb object on the table. When the blue dinosaur is out, mom's on a call. Micro rewards for quiet blocks, a standing list of independent activities for kids, audiobooks, sketching prompts, Lego challenges, scavenger hunts on the balcony, ebooks about where you are. Swap parent roles for the tough stuff. One does bedtime, the other does the late client call. One handles math meltdown day, the other handles the tax forms. You're not failing if one day is chaos. You are succeeding if the week averages out. Connectivity is non-negotiable. Buy local SIMs with generous data, carry an unlocked travel hotspot, download offline maps, have 2 messaging apps your clients know. Pre-test co-working spaces where possible, but also be honest. Most parents do better with a quiet corner of the apartment and a reliable coffee maker. If a call matters, tether and sit next to the router. If a call really matters, book a day in a co-working space and treat yourself to uninterrupted oxygen. Healthcare. Create your family playbook. It's a 1-page doc with your policy numbers, emergency contacts, medication lists, allergies, and the nearest decent clinic hospital for your current city. Save it offline. Pack a tiny pharmacy, fever reducer, antihistamine, rehydration salts, basic first aid, and prescriptions with a copy of the script. Feel like overkill until it's not. Safety, boring, and vital. Scan your passports and keep secure copies. Learn neighborhood basics, well-lit routes, safe playgrounds, a grocery store you trust. Trust your read on a place. Move if it doesn't sit right. Keep a low profile with valuables. Teach kids contact info and simple safety drills. If we get separated in the market, go to the cash register and stay put, and we'll find you. Practice once. It sticks. Money, open accounts that love travelers. Zero foreign fee cards, an ATM strategy, a buffer in a second account. If you're into travel hacking, points can be a superpower for long-haul flights. If you're not, that's fine. You'll save more by staying longer than you'll ever save chasing a fuel surcharge waiver at 2 a.m. Visas and taxes. Every family situation is different. Learn the tourist visa limits for each country. Don't play chicken with overstay fines. If a digital nomad visa fits your income and timeline, great. It can unlock schooling options and longer stays. On taxes, talk to a professional once. Get a plan, then keep clean records. The least fun line item can save you the most headaches. What about community? This life is richer with other humans. World school groups, co-work/co-living spaces that welcome families, local language classes, the Saturday morning football pitch, the neighborhood cafe where the barista learns your name by week 2. People are the point. Your kids will make pandemics, build friendships with other traveling kids, and you'll find the parent who says, "We're doing a potluck Tuesday, come." Say yes often. Let's talk pitfalls so you can dodge them. Moving too fast. Solved by slowing down. Overscheduling school like you're proving a point to imaginary critics. Solved by trusting consistent, light, daily practice plus deep dives into interests. Burnout from always being on. Solved by claiming rest days. No guilt, lots of cartoons. Underselling your rates because you're traveling. Solved by remembering your value didn't fall when your office view improved. Forgetting your marriage. Solved by trading babysitting with another family or hiring a local sitter for an evening now and then. You're building a life, not a montage. A sample day when it's working. Breakfast together. 90-minute work block while kids do reading in a math app. Park break. Second work block while kids draw and listen to an audiobook. Simple lunch. Field trip to the market to learn fruit names in a new language. Late afternoon beach or playground. Dinner at home. 1 hour of deep focus work after bedtime. You and your partner on the balcony recapping your wins and laughing about the day they keeping your wins and laughing about the day they got big fruit lime in me. None of that is fantasy. It's Tuesday somewhere. If you've listened this far, here's the part that matters most. You don't have to become a different family to do this. You have to become a slightly more intentional version of your family. A version that plans work blocks, buys data before the plane lands, says no to one more museum, and yes to sitting on the steps with gelato watching a city breathe. A version that realizes the world is not something you visit on vacation, but something you can inhabit with your kids while they still want to hold your hand. You will not do it perfectly. You will do it your way. That's the point. If you've been feeling that pull to change your life, to expand your kids' world, to collect small, ordinary joys in extraordinary places, subscribe to the channel. We make honest, practical, slightly chaotic content about living abroad and traveling as a family so you can make fewer mistakes and more memories. Until next time, arrivederci, amici. One last thing to play with in the comments. If your family's suitcase could talk, what would it accuse you of packing that you absolutely didn't need? And what ridiculous thing saved the day that you swore you'd never use?